do poetry like this annoy me. Before I begin, ladies and gentlemen, I am the purveyor of perfect punchline pronunciation, perpetuating pause-worthy paragraphs of paralytic alliteration. So you can take a peep as I give you this peek. For the ladies, of course. Of this condom rap STD-free verbal penetration.
The piece is called Letter to Any Woman or Girl Who Needs It, and it's a heartbreaking piece because I wrote it out of heartbreak, you know, but it was a very inspirational piece at the same time because when I was finished writing it, I realized that these are the things that a lot of women don't hear. You know, women don't hear how they're just beautiful on a regular basis without any subtext from men. They don't hear that they're inspirational figures or powerful figures. They don't hear about, you know, that they're just sexy, you know, without somebody wanting to have sex with them. So it was about power. It was about power, and it was about inspiring women at the same time. And when I saw that piece, after I wrote it, like, I felt as though it was tangible. I felt as though I could pick up the words and just toss them up in the air, and it just spoke to me on so many levels. And I said, I love, you know, this piece, and I have a special place in my heart because it came out of so much amazement. It came out of a beautiful thing. So, you know, I love that piece personally.
So I can skip right to it because I need to get straight to this, right? About a year ago, I met a woman who was amazing to me. And I never got a chance to tell her exactly how I felt. Can I tell her these things through you? Because I don't know if she's here. So y'all can act as though y'all are her. I'm talking to y'all, right? All right, just play along. Let's play along. All right? There's something that I'm not afraid to tell you anymore. I love you. And no, you might not say it back to me, and yes, you might run off with someone who doesn't understand the inner workings of your cerebellum, but just like Miss Cerebellum, I don't need to see your face right now to know that you're blushing as you hear this. You're enamored hearing this. You're intoxicated with my forward nature, making your tummy advance with butterflies, making your raging rapid like wetness plunge deeply between your thighs. And even though I was not the man that you chose, it was never about choice. Of course I'm gonna miss you. Of course I'll be miserable without you. Of course I want you more than prisoners want freedom, but that doesn't mean that I get to tell myself lies anymore because it feels like treason. I believe in you.
The biggest problem with most people in relationships is that they don't talk to each other. You know, people don't speak about how they really feel in relationships. It's the most annoying part of hearing people break up. When they go to their friends, they tell their best friend everything, but they won't tell their partner everything. They'll have wants and needs and desires in a relationship that force them to cheat. And these are things that they can rectify. People don't speak about the problems that they have because I like to talk about people like glass. Everyone's a bit damaged. We're all chipped around the edges. Some of us have cracks, bigger cracks than other people. But strength comes from understanding that those cracks don't make you weak. They make you stronger because you've withstood those. And you need to talk to your partner. You need to be able to tell them about how you feel. You need to have the confidence of knowing that there's nothing wrong with having a conversation about all the things that are bothering you. And be rational. Yes, you're going to argue. Yes, it's going to get superbly heated sometimes, but if you really want it to work, you got to fight through it and sit down and find the rationale. See where the other person is coming from. So communication is key. I believe that that's the primary problem with people when it comes to what they want.
Everyone needs to go and, you know, chart their own journey and figure out what it is that they want. Live in a house of their own creation and exercise a few demons and not worry about the ghosts that used to haunt them. It doesn't make me feel any less pride in what it is that you make me feel because I adore you. From the simplest things about you to the flaws in your character that you think you wish you could expunge and you think are so taboo. It's everything or nothing. The ugliest moments and the most beautiful somethings. The pretty dresses, expensive shoes, and makeup don't mean a damn thing, because when they strip you down to nothing, you are everything.
My friends believe in the idea of testing because it's important to know your status. It's important to know that when you have switch partners, when you're not with somebody who you were with before, that one of the first things you do is that you go and get tested. If you're not tested, then you don't know what's going to happen in your life, and it can totally change your life. There's some people that are very afraid of it because they have a fear culture in Barbados. People fear the doctor. They don't want to get a checkup because they're afraid of what they have, and they're afraid of the consequences of actions. But you gotta face your fears. You can't just keep doing things all the time and not worrying about the consequences. You gotta face your fears. So just, take control of your life and go and get tested. Just when you go to the doctor, ask your doctor about getting tested for, not just even for HIV, just for STDs period. Just go and get tested. There's no fear behind it. Just go and do it. And I say it like this. If you love somebody and you're willing to put yourself before somebody else and you're willing to do all these other things for somebody else, why can't you do those things for yourself? Take care of yourself. Be healthy. Go get tested and make sure that you're okay, because that's a sign of you loving you. And there's nothing simpler than that. You need to love yourself like that so you can go and get tested.